Howdy, everybody. HTEDC here with you this brisk Monday morning. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Just want to bring to you a knife today. Quick video on a new brand to me. It's a relatively new brand. I think it's been out about a year or so now. Um, it's been featured on Big J's Live a couple weeks back with Tim's School of Fish. He did a real good job. I know Tim has a lot of these models already from this company, and he's a big fan. And Georgia Adventure, Brother Randy, I know he's picked up one, and he's carrying it on the daily and really loving it. So anyway, after hearing their raves and reviews on the knife, I said, and the live show the other day, featuring this brand, I said, man, I need to get on the ball. Let's check them out. So I picked up one, and this will be my first one from this company. Very good knife company. It is a family operation, maybe even a one-man operation out of Georgia, and guy's name is Jacob, and he is making fixed blades. And yeah, let's just get into it. This is the box as we showed before. The model I got is called the Falcon. Take a gander here and show you guys what all comes in the box. I'll take the knife out for a second. Packing list. He did said thank you very much for the purchase on there. That was a nice touch, but nobody wants to see a packing list. So inside the box, you're going to get two business cards. One for you, one for a friend. And we'll get that up here. If you want to pause that, has their phone number, their information on there. But get two of those. And you also get a warranty card. If you want to take a look at that, that comes inside the box. And you also get your choice of lanyard accessories. This is the one that actually came on the knife for vertical carry, on the sheath rather, the knife. This is for sheath attachment for vertical carry, and my preference is I'm a horizontal scalp carry guy. So I've already taken this off and I've made the swap onto the sheath, which I'll show you here in just a minute. But it's nice they do give you an option if you want to carry your sheath upright, kind of traditionally, or you want to do the scalp carry. They accommodate both ways. So anyway, that's what's in the box. And before I get into the knife, we were talking about sheaths. We'll take the knife out. It has a nice push-off ramp here, by the way. That's a nice touch too. But I'm gonna take the knife and set it down just for a second and show you guys what I was talking about. It comes with a very nice Kydex sheath, and this is the attachment that I have swapped out and put on. I've put it on for horizontal scalp carry because that's how I like to carry mine. But this is what I mean. You have your option. You have one in the box also for vertical. So if you like your sheath to ride traditionally, straight up and down on your hip, they got you covered. If you're like me, you like the scalp carry, covered as well. So very nice quality sheath. I'll show you real quick of it coming in and out of the sheath. Get up here where maybe you can hear this. Good snap. Absolutely no wiggle. I'm holding it. I'm pinching the top of the sheath, guys. It is not wiggling. It is not coming out of there. She is set. She is good to go. Very confidence-inspiring sheath. And like I said, has a nice thumb ramp here for getting your knife out. Easy to go back in. Drainage hole. get right up here on the end, if you can see that. Right at the very tip, you have a drainage hole, nice drainage hole there, so it won't collect any moisture, or if you get any fluids or liquids on it, it'll get out of there, it'll leak out, it won't hold, and possibly rust your knife. So top shelf sheath, in my opinion. But we're not a sheath channel, we're a knife channel, so let's get to the star of the show. And that, folks, is the very good knife company, Falcon. Obviously, we have a very pointy, acute tip Warncliffe style blade here. I went with the natural micarta handles, and you can tell here you have two brass Corby rivets, Corby bolts as your pins. So get up here close and you can see their, maybe you can see their logo. Hold my hand still. Very nice etched in logo on the show side. Gonna give y'all a look at that in my mitts. You guys know I like a full 4-finger grip, and I'm having absolutely no problem. Have a little bit coming out here on the back. Let's take a look at that spine. Pretty thick spine. I think it's about a 0.65, if I'm not mistaken, thickness across the width of the handle, across the spine, and that's really nice. Feels good in hand. This knife has good weight to it. It's not a light knife, which I personally like. You guys watch my channel, you know I'm a big buck 110, buck 112 fan. So in saying that, you know I have no problem carrying a knife with a little heft to it. And this is right there in that sweet spot. Just feels absolutely awesome in hand. And the blade shape I went with, again, is the Warncliffe. And I guess you guys can know this is a draw cutting. If you got to make some nice scores or draw cuts, a Warncliffe just excels. It is absolutely awesome on those type of cuts. And Jacob has let's look at this blade stock for a second. That is no slouch, guys. Get it down here. Actually, maybe get it up closer. I don't know if that'll focus well, but that is a seriously thick blade stock for a small EDC size knife. So I mean, guys, we're going to get into the blade steel that the blade steel used, but with that stock thickness plus the steel choice, you ain't got to worry about this thing, guys. It'll I mean, obviously the size of it, you're not going to take this out and be batoning 6-inch logs, but anything that you're going to put, that you should reasonably put this knife through, with the blade steel and the stock thickness on this guy, no worries. Confidence inspiring. And like I said, I'm a Warncliffe fan. I love this blade shape, and I think it's just going to cut like a dream. So where do you get to that, HT? You just said it's got a huge, this thing is a tough, thick stock beast. How's it going to cut so good? Aren't you going to give up a lot of slicing and cutting capability with this thing being so have such a thick stock? Isn't this thing going to be just like really thick behind the edge? Negative. I don't know what I can do here for justice for this. There we go. Look at this, guys. Jacob has went with a nice hollow grind on this thing. So this is, guys, it's the best of both worlds. You got this thick stock right here, which can let you get some harder use tasks done with this thing with no problem, no fear of this thing snapping, cracking, breaking. You've got the spine thickness there to cover that. And then he has went ahead and put a hollow grind on this dude, so it's going to cut good too. I mean, who needs you don't want a sharpened pry bar. You're after a knife, so you want this thing to cut. And with this hollow grind, guys, you're going to be able to bang on this and thrash on this reasonably for, comparative to the size of the knife, and it's going to cut like a dream. I am telling you guys, I haven't checked the thickness behind the edge down here, but this is a nice hollow grind, and it came extremely sharp. I I always take my knives and give them a little strop or two on my leather strops anytime I get a knife in. It's just what I do. To get any kind of little possible factory burr, or even if they are really sharp, I do that just to probably just because I'm a little anal about my knives, but just to potentially get any kind of burr or any kind of little thing off the edge that the factory, which in this case it's not a factory, the maker would have left. But this thing came razor sharp. Uh, I'm not a big paper cutter for a test, but here's my invoice right here. Guys, hello? That is Jacob's edge and a few swipes on my strop. This thing is screaming demon sharp. No problems there. So golf clap, Jacob, on the edge, brother. But anyway, we'll give you a couple of quick specs on this thing. I'll take it right here while I talk about it. The model number, guys, if you're interested in this, is VG17RMNK. And again, I went with the natural micarta scales. I don't know what part of that model number that could be. Some of that could be for the natural micarta. Probably is, but this is the model number on the particular one I'm showing you. And the blade steel, said we'd talk about the blade steel. The blade steel Jacob runs these in is 80 CRV2. Now also, he's also using, if you're a stainless steel, this is a carbon steel. So you patina fans or whatever, this thing will get the nice tieners on it. And if you're into that, I mean, the carbon steel is going to be your tougher, you're going to get your toughness out of carbon steel. It's going to take a nice patina, but there is a little more maintenance to them. You need to keep them oiled, keep a light thing of oil on them, because they will, if left untreated and uncared for, they will rust. They will get bad rust, and not the good patina that we all like and enjoy, but it'll get the red rust, the bad stuff. But as long as you keep a little mineral oil or some EDCI spray on this guy, no worries. You can let it just kind of naturally patina over time with use, and you'll be fabulous. But Jacob is also offering, if you're a stainless steel fan, he is using Nitro V stainless steel. So there's an option for you stainless guys too. Obviously a lot less maintenance worries on the Nitro V. Still another great steel. So he gives you a lot of options. If you're a carbon fan, he's got you. If you prefer, I don't want to think about it, I don't want to have to worry about oiling my knife, that's not for me, he's got you covered on the Nitro V. So another awesome fact. 80 CRV, I'm not a metallurgist, but from everything I've read about it, it is an extremely strong tool steel. Any of you guys that are familiar with Winkler knives, which is a very tried and true brand in fixed blades, Winkler almost solely uses 80 CRV2 and has been using it for years. So if you know that brand and you know that quality, I'm sure he doesn't use that for willy-nilly by mistake. I mean, it's tried and true. It's a good steel. So there's a little history on that, but extremely tough tool steel. Overall length on this guy, from tip to end to the back of it, is 7 3/4 inches. We have a blade length from the start of the micarta here all the way out to the end to the tip of 3.5 inches, and we have a cutting edge from right back here at the ricasso to the tip of 3¼ inches. So you got a good 3 inches, over 3 inches, guys, of sliceability there. So honestly, guys, I have nothing bad to say about this. I am glad that I picked up this knife. I am extremely happy with the purchase. And the only thing, if I was to critique this whatsoever, the only thing I can find that I would change, Jacob, is you need another V in your name, in the company name. In my opinion, it should be called Very, Very Good Knife Company, because I know that's a modest, it's a very modest company branding, but guys, this is better than very. This is very, 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 very good knife company, in my opinion. The transitions, I haven't talked about that. Everything is smooth on the belly of this thing. There is no the stock is not sticking out anywhere past this micarta handles. Everything is flush. Blade grinds. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I'll get that to show. Right there. Trust me, both sides blade grinds are perfect. They're not wonky, they're not wobbly. Guys, very impressed. Very impressed. HT, like I say, the only thing I'd change is maybe add me another V to my company name, because this is a very, very good knife. So this video is getting a little long-winded. We'll get off here now. Thank you guys, everybody who has liked and subscribed to my channel. I love it. I love you guys. Love talking with you. Keep the comments coming. If you like the channel, drop me a subscription. I'd love to have you on board, and we're going to see you on the next one. And God bless you guys. HT out.